I think the coronavirus got me, but it certainly did not get Bromula One. We are here for the Chinese Grand Prix, round 3 of this season. We don't give a F about coronavirus. We are gonna do this race anyway. Nothing is gonna stop us. So yeah, that's Bromula One. We are not Formula One. We are not pussies, you know. So also fans, Chinese fans, thank you for creating the coronavirus, obviously. And they also do not give a flying F about the virus. They are here to support their favorite drivers in this qualifying session, which should be an exciting one. There were speculations that tomorrow's race will be a wet race, so let's see if that switches things up a little bit. But firstly, let's get into qualifying. As always, on board with the Rooks, with now Chalky Poppy driving out of the pits. The Rooks last time round in Bahrain, some of them, a lot of ups, a lot of with up I mean good results. Actually, for one of them, for Adam O'Connor, P2 on his second race of his Formula One career, with the only other rookie finishing in the points, Chalky Poppy, as we see him going through his lap here. Chalky Poppy finished 10th, if I'm not mistaken, in that Bahrain GP. But yes, very impressive stuff from the Moroccan slash Swiss driver, with a podium on his second race. As we switch over to Nosiminator, who crashed out on a pretty bizarre mistake that he made in Bahrain. I have to say that is not a thing we see very often. I think his brake failed going into the pits. Well, that's obviously what he told us. So and he didn't brake, so he had to brake with the back of Lewis Hamilton, and that caused him to lose his suspension. As we switch over to Ficho T9, who had a very disappointing race last time around. He was going for a podium as well with Adam O'Connor, fighting up there, but then got into a scramble with Lewis Hamilton, the 5-time world champion, or 5? I can't even count. So yeah, very unfortunate for the Serbian prospect. As we show a little bit of his lap, going into the final corner, opening the RS, and he gets into P7 for his first lap. As now, as always, we like to compare the laps of two different rookies. With this time around, we have Adam O'Connor on the left and Kerio on the right hand side as they go into their laps. Kerio hoping to finally not breaking a front wing in a GP for the first time this season. As going through these first turns, Adam O'Connor seems to be a little bit slightly ahead, but the Haas of Kerio should be better than the Racing Point in the corners, as Adam O'Connor with 1/10, more than 1/10 up in the first sector, actually setting the fastest first sector that time round. Well, he was going round, obviously. As now Kerio seems to be catching up a bit, but Adam O'Connor still a little tad in front. As they go into this really odd section of the track with Adam O'Connor almost 3/10 up. This right-hander, very tricky. You need to handle the throttle like it is your girlfriend, because otherwise you will not get a good exit onto this very long straight. DRS opened very late, and big braking zone. The biggest overtaking opportunity on this track, which surely will provide us with a lot of overtakes in the race as they go through the last corner on towards the finish line. And Adam O'Connor almost half a second quicker than Kerio, and actually setting the fastest lap.
P3.
You're joking. Woo! Yes! Woo!
There we go. We just heard from his reaction about that qualifying performance. very, very good. Admiral O'Connor really performing in this early stages of the season with a P3 behind the two Mercedes, with Lewis Hamilton snatching pole position, and the other rooks with Kerio P6, qualifying P6 in front of Ficho T9. And then following that is Nosiminator P10, and the shocking qualifying for Chalky Bob. Well, not really shocking with that car, but yeah, not really something he would hope for, qualifying P14. Let's see if he maybe can make up a few positions in tomorrow's race. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for the race.
Bounce back and counter in that bitch. Pull up with that clip. Come back with that heat, get this. Pull up with them sticks, but we get lit.